Hey, thanks for watching. I have been on a lonely way of searching for a perfect digital Casio watch. It all started for me owning Casio F91W. I owned this watch and it became my only watch for more than 5 years. When I bought this Casio F91W and owning it in this long period of time, there were a lot of problems that I saw it happening to my Casio F91W. One was that the resin case, and in the long time of owning, it had a lot of scratches. And it will come to a time you don't even know what you should do, if you should throw it away and buy a new one, or you just stop wearing it. So that was the first problem, the resin case and how it incurred a lot of scratches over a time period. And the second problem was the light. In fact, trying to look what time is it in dark from this kind of light, it was really not nice. Sometimes it was difficult, even though you can still manage to see the time. But my wish was that a Casio digital watch that will have a brighter light system. The third problem that I was having is the strap. Owning it for a long period, I changed the strap twice because it also became hard and then it broke off. And my second wish was that I wish there would be a Casio digital watch that I can change the strap easily. And the fourth problem that I was having on my Casio F91W was that it's having only one alarm. You can't set multiple alarms. And the fifth problem is the word time. I wish I could set multiple time zone that maybe when you are travel somewhere, it could be easy to check the time while you also check your local time. And Casio F91W was lacking all these features, and these were my wishes. I want a brighter light or a good light, a watch that will also have a solar system, and I also wish that it will have a stainless steel. That was my third wish. And also the strap, I should be able to change the strap easily with any other strap that I want. And also it should have a dual timer that I can set multiple times from different time zone. So what do you think? Which Casio digital watches that you have in mind that will solve all these problems? On this research that I was going through, I came in contact with 6 Casio watches. One is Casio WL10 and also WL100. These two watches are almost similar, but they differ in functionality as when you go deep inside it. There was two problems because it was made from resin case. The strap is also made in the same material. It was still not fitting to all my requirements. And I came across Casio GW3000. Yes, it's made from a stainless steel, but it was lacking a solar system. So with all those watches in mind, there's another watch that can solve almost all those problems, but it's made from resin case. Is this G-Shock because it was having all those functions that I was looking for, but it's just in a resin case. Okay, then let me try and see. So I bought this watch, and when I bought this watch, then I find out that no, it's too big for my wrist. The watch is huge, even though everyone is saying that this is the smallest G-Shock for small wrist. It's not true. It's big. When I bought it, then I find out that no, this is not a small G-Shock that the YouTubers are all talking about, that it's a G-Shock for small wrist. Look at all this hanging strap. I don't know why Casio doesn't produce a small strap that we that who are having small wrist can even buy to replace it. Since they are not stop producing G-Shocks, why not? You wear it and then all this strap is hanging. Look at the way the watch is. How nice is this? So if you have 6 inches wrist up going, it will be okay for your wrist. But me having less than 6 inches, this is not a small watch for someone who is having less than 6 inches wrist. So it was a waste of money in buying this watch. So this was not fitting to the requirements. So in the span of this research that I have done, there are 4 watches that are competing to be a perfect digital watch. But among these 4, there's only one that stands out. But let's go through it. So the first one is Casio TRN50, aka Casiotron. This is an anniversary watch that was released by Casio, and only 4,000 pieces was produced. But this watch, even though it has all the functions that you can get from a digital watch, like a solar system, you can even connect to your phone through a Bluetooth to synchronize wall timer and others. This watch does not qualify to be the perfect digital Casio watch of all time. The reason is the shape, and the way the strap also goes under the case doesn't look all nice when it comes to the look. Even though this watch is almost perfect, the shape to me does not qualify as a perfect digital Casio watch, and also expensive, and it's also limited. So these are some of the negative side of this Casio TRN50. The second watch that is competing as the perfect digital Casio watch of all time is Casio WS80. This watch was also released in the 1980s. The Casio WS80 is almost perfect, but the reason I'm not choosing that one is that it cannot display two different time zones on the display at the same time. That is the only negative side of it. Even though it also has the solar system, stainless steel and other things, it lacks that functionality. As we are looking for the perfect digital watch, it should be able to accommodate two different time zones on the display at the same time. So that one too doesn't qualify to me as a perfect digital Casio watch of all time. Even though it's very close, yes, I will pick this one over the Casio TRN50. But apart from this negative side, this watch is almost perfect. The second most close to the perfect digital Casio watch that has been released for all time is Casio GW2000. This Casio watch has everything that you will ask for in a digital Casio watch. It has all the functions, including benefiting from a screw down case and having a 200-meter water resistance. If you are into diving, then this watch will be a perfect watch for you. It's not qualifying as the perfect Casio watch of all time because of the look. It's having more rugged look, and you can dress with it even though it's almost there as the perfect digital watch. But apart from that, this will be the second best or second perfect digital watch that Casio has ever produced. I know your selection might be different from my own. If you think of any Casio watch that you think is the perfect digital Casio watch, you can comment the model in the comment section. Did you know that the perfect digital Casio watch of all time was also released in the 1980s? And up till now, Casio had never updated such a watch. Among thousands of Casio watch models, this watch stands out as the perfect digital Casio watch of all time. So what watch am I talking about here? And why is this watch ticking all the boxes? And this watch is Casio WL50. And why is Casio WL50 stands out as the perfect digital Casio watch of all time? This watch was released in the 1980s, but when you talk of the good light, check, the light system here is better than the one on the Casio F91W. And this one is coming with a stainless steel case. It's not like most Casio watch models that is coming with resin case that incur a lot of scratches over time, that you've reached the point that you don't know if you should throw it away to buy a new one or you should just stop wearing it altogether. Just look at this watch. This watch was released in the 1980s and is getting to 40 years. Just look at how perfect the case looked like. It's so nice, and you cannot even believe how has this watch survived up to this time and is still looking like a new watch that was produced not long ago. Just look at how the watch looked like. And when you talk of the display, this is coming with a mineral glass. It's not like the acrylic display that is on most of the Casio watch models that also incur a lot of scratches over a time use. Alarms, check. This has 5 alarms, and it also has one that is a snooze alarm. It's not like Casio F91W that is having just 1 alarm. And strap adaptability, check. This is 20mm strap, So it's compatible with thousands of straps and easy to fit. That is out there. Watch timer, check. This has a dual watch timer and you can easily set a dual watch time. It's not plenty like the one in the G-Shock that you sometimes even find it difficult to set. This is simple. Only 2 time zone that you can set. Your local one and then the other one that you want. And you don't want to change your battery? Check here. It's coming with a solar system. So you don't have to worry so much about your battery getting spoiled and changing it over a time. It has a solar system here. And when you talk of the minimalistic look, check, because the look and the size is getting close to the Casio F91W, which is the minimalistic perfect watch. Apart from being scratchy, this is more nicer than the Casio WL50. It's not looking more baggy or more rugged like that watch. That is why this watch qualifies as the perfect digital Casio watch of all time. I was wearing it one time and someone asked if it's a smartwatch. So just imagine a watch that is getting to 40 years and having a look like a smartwatch, which means this watch has jumped from the past vintage to our present system now, competing with the watches around, even competing among the smartwatches, and is heading towards the future again. This is Casio WL50. This is the perfect digital Casio watch that Casio has ever produced. So let me know, is there any other watch that I have mentioned or that you know that is perfect than this Casio WL50? But there's nothing perfect in this imperfect world. It comes with some few disadvantages. Since this watch is produced in the 1980s and is like getting close to 40 years, it's very hard to find. That is one disadvantage when it comes to this watch. And also being an old watch, the battery is hard to find. When your battery finally dies off, you cannot get the original battery anymore. It also includes some of the old watch models like the DW2000 and the other watches that I just mentioned. These watches were all produced in the 1980s, but when the original battery finally dies, it's also compatible with the normal batteries in the normal Casio watches. So even though your solar will not work, but you are getting a perfect digital Casio watch of all time, but losing just one of its functions, the solar system. So if you don't want that and you want the perfect minimalistic Casio digital watch that you can get in this modern time, then Casio A1000 can be your perfect pick. But if you want with all the functions, with all the look, and with all the features, among this research that I have done, I have spent a lot of time searching on the internet here in and out, using AI boxes and other things, and getting into chat rooms and so on. The perfect digital Casio watch of all time, according to my research, is Casio WL50. Let me know, do you know any watch that tick all these boxes, that looks better than this? Comment the model in the comment section. So if you have watched the video up to this point, then subscribing to the channel will be appreciated. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my other videos.